Good.
Yep.
Welcome to the GNL show. Tonight's guests are, or tonight's hosts are Spam Johnson and Dird. Roll the intro.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's no.
Forget the intro.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're pretty much down two people. Where it's Tim's not here. I don't think he'll be here for another couple of weeks, and then Greg is out. So yeah, it's just me and you, man.
Yeah, the main contributors to Big Box.
Yeah, no shit. We never post ever. So, which I'm working on.
I am as well, just a little bit slower than everybody else.
Sam, you've been on the OL post for another for like a year now. So, yeah, but we've decided to really contribute tonight. We are gonna do a reaction to Greg's reaction to Tim's reaction. Yeah, that's our content for the year. We're gonna react to their videos, and then they'll react to ours on the stream when we're not here, and then it will just be a cycle of reacting, and that will be the GNLs from now on. Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but in actuality, we're not going to do that because that is a terrible idea. Just like reaction videos.
Yeah, reaction videos are just the cancer. But we are gonna talk about Call of Duty. No, we're not. We're not gonna talk about Call of Duty. Fuck that. Actually, so I've been playing Overwatch a lot recently, and it is, man, that player base is like, I have to use the word again, cancer. That player base is terrible.
Most MMO player bases are terrible.
Is that's an yeah, it'd be an MMO. Okay, or it's mass multiplayer online, right?
I honestly don't.
So I don't think that's an MMO. I think people you consider. I mean, I don't know if people consider it one, but I don't think I would consider like MMO like the Star Wars MMO, or the Old Republic, World of Warcraft. Maybe Minecraft can be considered one. I don't know. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, because there's a lot of players that play that, right? Like you can play online, but like for instance, like but like so when I was playing a game. Like my entire team, because they have an event going on right now. It's like Rooster something. I don't know. Near the Rooster, I think it is.
Yeah, probably for Chinese New Year.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. And they had a new game mode, like capture the flag or whatever. And like all the teams basically just camp out in the spawns, and then like basically it's like if you play as Roadhog, you go out, and then your team will basically just like non-stop they won't shut up about these stupid nonsensical like it's not even like funny stuff. It's just really dumb, like, oh, your mic is terrible, or like stop playing as Genji because that's my character kind of deal. And it's like, shut up, like you weren't even gonna get that far with Genji anyway, you degenerate, it's just stupid.
I mean, you're going to run into that with MMOs where you have selective characters and a high rating system that is kind of irrelevant for online games because you just purchase them online with somebody else's credit card. I mean, I see stuff like that happening all the time in like CSGO because I've literally played with 8-year-olds before.
Yeah. Well, also another thing is what's it? People will like treat quick play like competitive, and then they'll be like, well, if I went to competitive, like it'd be a lot of like I'd actually have a challenge. Like then go to competitive. This is called quick play. I don't know if you know how to read, but this says quick play. Like this isn't hard. By the way, this is episode 60 of the GNL show. I don't know if you know that.
I did because I updated that and changed it.
Yeah. So number 60. Yep.
Yeah, we did it.
Right. Yeah, we did it. Number 60. We're carrying number 60 on our back. But also,
hardcore.
I don't know how long ago was the Super Bowl? That was last week, right? I think it was last week.
Yeah. We weren't. Yeah, it was last week.
Me and Greg streamed.
It was last week. I missed GNL because I was watching it.
Yeah, you were watching it, meaning you were completely sober. That was a great Super Bowl. That was one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen. I didn't watch all of it, I should say, so I probably can't say it's the best one I've ever seen. But it was great. Like it was
arguably the best one of all time.
Yeah, it like that first half. Like I just watched the score, going like, man, like we're not gonna win.
No.
But then all of a sudden, they flipped it, and just watching them come back and then get to like the overtime. I think the best moment though is like watching Roger Goodell hand that trophy to Robert Kraft and get booed by like millions of people.
That was hysterical.
That had to be the greatest thing of the year. Like for me, so far that has been like a highlight because I have no respect for that man at all. I have no respect for Roger Goodell, and I think he should not be the commissioner. I don't think he should be the commissioner of football.
Well, I mean, you and just about everybody else in New England.
I don't think it's even just New England. It's just in general. People do not like him because he does things that are just so dumb, and also with a lot of the what's it called spousal abuses and stuff like that have happened. It's just like this guy does nothing at all to like one guy I think recently. I don't know if I think he suspended him for like a game. It's like Tom Brady deflated footballs, but this guy beat his wife.
Yep.
What are you doing? Like it's just I just don't respect him in any way, shape, or form, and I never will.
Nope.
Like if that dude stepped down, I hope he gets like pelted with water balloons. Oh, it sounds dumb, but like it's something that he is. He's stupid. He's an awful human being. And I'm surprised he's been commissioner for as long as he has.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Also, in other sports-related news, because I know this is a sports-related podcast. That's what it totally belongs to.
100%.
The Red Sox they are reported spring training today, or pitchers did. I think I don't know. I saw something on the news. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention, but we're focused when the season starts.
Yeah, I don't sport very often.
Yeah, I know you don't, you nerd. Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about Call of Duty? It's going back to boots on the ground.
Going back to what?
Boots on the ground.
Oh, so you can't fly around anymore?
Nope.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm a little torn. I mean, I hate Infinite Warfare with every fiber of my being because it's just a bad game.
Yeah.
I've seen the commercials for the new DLC, and I'm sitting there going like, this is terrible. And then but you see like amazing, stunning, beautiful, and I'm like, I'm watching the trailer going, this looks like garbage. Like these maps look stupid. They all look dumb now, and I don't like what Call of Duty's done. I don't like what they've done with the franchise because it's just dumb. Like it's just now like Black Ops 3 was great. I thought Black Ops 3 was a fine game, like the multiplayer aspect at least, and the zombies was okay. The single player was probably the weakest point of it. Then they added that weird nightmare mode that made no sense.
Yeah.
Like it was an interesting little addition, but it made absolutely no sense. I don't know. Have you played it yet?
Is that the zombie campaign thing?
Yeah.
I found it interesting.
Weird. I thought it was weird because they didn't do anything different. They literally did nothing at all. They took the campaign and then put cutscene people talking over it. But the same actions happening in the story that they already formed. And I'm like, wait, this makes no sense. This is stupid.
Yeah.
There's this random chick who I don't know. It just seemed dumb. It's just playing through it. You're going this makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
because they could have developed something better. I feel like they could have developed an actual campaign based on the zombies, maybe a build up, which they have done that in the Call of Duty games. They've been building, or at least the Black Ops games have been building up some sort of story.
Mm-hmm.
But this is because the thing that I have an issue with is you have to play at the very start of the game, you get a cutscene. At the very end, you have to do a whole Easter egg to get the next cutscene. I thought that was stupid. And Revelations, I saw the cutscene for it. And it made absolutely no sense. The ending, it's kind of a middle finger. I felt like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think of Call of Duty like I think of other large companies that they've more or less recently just been putting out the same product, just retextured, making it a little bit better, upping the graphics a little bit, but gameplay is more or less the exact same.
I would kind of disagree. Because
keep in mind that the only other Call of Duty game I have ever played besides this was Modern Warfare 2. So,
okay. I mean, to its core, it's pretty much the same. But when people go oh, Call of Duty's the same thing every year. Within the last few, there was a big leap from from Ghost to Advanced Warfare, and then Advanced Warfare to Black Ops 3. Infinite Warfare is about the same. Like, if you played Black Ops 3, you played Infinite Warfare, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was
You
hearing.
pretty much have, like, there is that general idea, but, like, the last few years, it's been trying to be something a little bit different. It has been failing, and this is the issue. When you say a game's been the same every year, that is a lot of crap, because then the game becomes different. And then you complain about it and say, well, this isn't what I used to know. It's like, well, you kind of wanted something different, right? They gave you something different, and then you now just slapped them in the face and said, oh, I want my old thing back, like my old game back.
Yeah.
So it makes absolutely no sense as to what they're talking about. Like, when they did Advanced Warfare, I was like, well, I might have been the only one that kind of liked Ghosts at the end. I'd rather play Call of Duty Ghosts, but I'll give Advanced Warfare a try. And play Advanced Warfare, and I hated it. I thought it was an awful game. I thought, like, to a degree, the campaign was very very good. I also want to talk about Infinite Warfare in a minute based on that campaign.
All right.
The multiplayer was very bad because, like, it was not unbalanced, but it was just the jetpacks and the way they were, or the exo movement, whatever. The way that was designed was very bad. It was very unbalanced, and there was a lot of, like, not just skill, but it was just a lot of, like, annoying, like, you could be shooting at a guy and then he jumps up 10 feet and then you just have to look up to get him, but he has a better shot on you. That was annoying. Whereas Black Ops kind of fixed it a little bit, where it was still annoying, but it was fixed to a degree. But one thing I just remembered from Infinite Warfare, because Infinite Warfare is not a good game. Anyone that wants to debate me, to go on this little rant with me on it, by all means, I'll have this debate with you. I don't care. It's a very bad game. If you see me playing it on Steam, it's because I have nothing to play and I'm bored. Like, I'm just like, or I'm waiting, or I wanted to download some game and I'm like, this is gonna take too long. Right now, I have Call of Duty 4 on my Steam library. I just downloaded it recently. But besides the point, Infinite Warfare's campaign has, I guess, I read something that was, like, nominated for some writers award or whatever, and I sat there and went, how is this? How is this a story any big? Because it makes no sense. The characters are boring. Like at times, like I go like, okay, the settings are nice, like they're beautiful settings, but the character development is very bad. The campaign is pretty much like 3-4 hours worth of just your time, and I'm not including the side missions. The side missions are essentially repetitive, annoying, boring missions. It's the same thing over. It's like, oh, go to this base or this ship, take out the ship, take the thing that's inside of the ship. Oh wow, you got a new weapon. Congratulations, jackass. All right, on your way. And then you go into the final mission. It's like, oh, this will help you in your quest to beat the enemy. It's like, doesn't do anything. Like, these are just what was the point of this? And so, like, a lot of it was just like tedious missions. So that was like, there's just a lot of issues with Infinite Warfare. I could probably spend like an hour and a half talking about.
Yeah.
But
now, did you play any of the Assassin's Creed video games?
the Assassin's Creed games, yeah, I played them all.
Okay. I've only played like the first 4 and Black Flag all the way through. Black Flag has been the only one I've played all the way through, and I 100% at Black Flag.
Okay.
I found the first 3 decently hard to get through because of the repetitiveness in the missions, but that compared to how they've progressed to where they are now, I think is a good type of progression, which Call of Duty hasn't really lacked. Like, they've changed up a few features and all, but overall the core of the game and the movement and how you play has been pretty much static throughout the game, with the exception of the exosuits being added in, or whatever they're called. But aside from that, though, there hasn't been
movement system or whatever you want to call it.
Aside from that, though, from what I've been seeing, like, they haven't really added anything that has completely changed, like, how the game is played. Like, you still are just running around going from checkpoint to checkpoint. Like, they haven't really added any new game modes or adapted game modes to change up features to make it more interesting and more versatile, like the Assassin's Creed games have, even though it's not really a fair comparison, but I think it, like, kind of gets my point across.
Right. So kind of. The reason why though is it's kind of like one of those if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Assassin's Creed had a lot of issues to fix and has yet to really fix it. I think it's actually Assassin's Creed's taking massive steps back
Hmm.
from what they used to be. I thought the old games were a lot better. Yeah, a lot of the missions were very repetitive, but like I felt like a lot of that was this like that didn't really matter. I still feel like it got a lot of the points across.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of the missions had some sort of meaning. Whereas in like when you play Black Flag, there was a couple times I was like, this mission doesn't get me anywhere, or this shouldn't exist. Like there's a lot of tailing missions in that game. There were way too many. I think there
There
was actually
were a lot of tailing missions in that
yeah,
game.
and that was a big issue. It was like, and then they'd go, oh, rate this mission. I'm like, you're not reading this, but fine. Here's a 0. Like here's a 1. I'm
Yeah.
not rating this as a 5 star. Like, and I think the ending of the game, I kind of was like, this isn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
The big issue I've realized with Assassin's Creed in the recent years, microtransactions. You have to buy a lot of the stuff that like either you spend hours and hours and hours in the game, which I don't have time to do. I just want to get through the game. So essentially, I'm someone who has to pay for microtransactions to get through the game.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, when Black Flag was out, to get my ship progressed, I had to buy a lot of the stuff like whatever wood and metal and whatever else to get through.
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed Unity was I would consider that the worst Assassin's Creed game I've ever played. I think that's up there on my worst games because it was just a very flawed game. Didn't have a lot in it. Microtransactions are basically shoved down your throat. Yeah, because like one thing, there was a lot. There was a like I think within what the first 5 missions, it's like, oh nope, you gotta be level 3, gotta be level 3, and yep, can't get through here if you want to. Like, and then you get just destroyed, and it's like, well, how do you expect me to get through this when you're not giving me any new armor? Which is also another thing. To get armor, you have to get like money. You have to pay for it, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean, from my experiences with Black Flag, I personally did not have any trouble grinding. I got to like 95% of the game in a week. It took
Mm-hmm.
me while I was going to school and rowing. So, I mean, definitely it wasn't a very long and hard game. But,
It wasn't hard at all. It was just like the problem I had was you had to spend hours to do a lot of that stuff. That was the annoying thing. So either you got to go take down ships or sail the 7 seas to go basically find like new crew members or
mhm,
wood and whatnot for your ship and buy stuff like all that crap to do the upgrades, which I thought was fine, which was fun and all. And I thought that was a new element to Assassin's Creed that I thought was cool. But it was just like you gotta make it easier for me. And this is also another thing I've had issues with the most recent Assassin's Creed games is you're not getting paid after each mission that you do, like you did in the previous games.
mhm,
You essentially have to like, and I get it. You have to work your ass off to get this shit done, but that's unacceptable. Like it's like to a degree you have to give us some like money to help us out. Not oh well, like I remember in Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, you gotta go hunt to go get your money, and then you sell these pellets to this random dude, and then that's it.
mhm.
And you get like a couple coins for it. I'm like, what is the? Why am I doing this? This makes absolutely no sense for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I just think it's stupid. Also the story's taken a massive hit. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore. Like
Mhm.
after 3, I've just lost touch with what's going on because it's like there's no single character to kind of drive the force of what's going on. They
Yeah.
the constant hopping in and out of the real life and like animus kind of stuff like style
Mhm.
just does not work.
Yeah, I didn't really like that a whole lot.
Yeah.
That was the one part I did not really like.
Yeah,
But
it's just there's a lot of flaws with Assassin's Creed now, and
mhm.
I don't know. I hope they fix it with the next one, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. That is understandable. Now,
Yeah,
did you ever play Skyrim?
of course.
Did you get Skyrim Remastered?
I did on PlayStation. Yes, I don't know if they gave it to me on Steam, which was weird because um what was it? I got for some reason they gave me BioShock Remastered and BioShock 1 and 2 Remastered. I think. Yeah, they gave those to me for whatever reason. I don't know why.
They
Both of
were
them weren't.
the remasters for BioShock were given out free if you own the game.
They were giving up for what?
free if you own the game. It
So
was a
all right.
free remaster that you got.
Well, that's what they should have done with Skyrim, to be honest. But
They did if you owned all the DLCs.
okay, that makes sense. So this is also another thing with Skyrim Remastered. If you bought Skyrim Remastered, you're an idiot. Um, it's as long as you weren't on buying them on console. So if you bought it on console, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you bought it on PC, you waste your money because it essentially didn't really do anything. It didn't look any bit different. You can essentially download a mod that could do that for you. I thought it was a
Not
waste of
true.
money.
There is actually a decent visual update to it. Like, they really increased the polys and the overall textures and hitboxes as well. So, I mean,
Oh, really?
I still don't think it was worth buying it, but that fact just wasn't entirely true.
Okay, but still, it doesn't make it worth buying. You could,
Yeah.
I bet you could still find mods that patch a lot of that stuff. It does, like even the Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords that came out. They brought like for some reason they gave you a free remaster and everything. Because one day I like hopped on it and was like, wow, this is different. And then I was like, wow, there's mods and everything here that I don't have to go on some random website and hope I don't get a virus. So like, I thought that was kind of cool. And there's also just a bunch of different mods that can either update textures, put in stuff that was out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just there's a whole bunch of stuff that's like, they'd have to do that. Like, I feel like if you were a PC owner, that is an update. I feel like that is an update that you should be getting. That's more of a console thing, like remastered. I feel like, and I'm putting the question mark or the quotations around remastered. I still don't consider that a remaster. I didn't think it was that. Like, I thought it was kind of cool as a console owner at the time, and then now I'm not. But you know that story.
Yep, yeah. I don't know. I haven't modded before Skyrim Remastered, and it's like changed the game.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to mod Fallout 4 because that's got to be fun. Like, because I've done it on console, but the limitations on console are probably a lot higher.
Yeah, of course.
To play it on PC, I'm really excited.
Uh-huh.
Like, I that's one of my things I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I played Fallout 4. I didn't get all the way through it. I've always struggled finishing Fallout games. I've always found them very fun and like good to play, but like I could never just finish it.
Fallout 4 is an okay game. Like from a what's it? From someone who's played it a lot. I put a lot of hours into that. It's a fun game for a little bit, and then it kind of gets to a point where you're like, been there, done that. Like the quests become very, very much the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and it's not even like a joke of they become the same. Like they're literally handing you the same quest over and over, and it's like, cool, don't care. The DLCs were okay. They were mediocre. Or at least the ones I played. I haven't played Nuka World yet, which I'm kind of angry about because I want to, but I don't have the money right now. When I get the money, I'll do it. But I was very, very disappointed with Far Harbor. I've made that very much known.
Yeah. Well, I ran out of things to talk about.
I can probably think of something to talk about. Fuck. I'm trying to think because I had something. Oh, what's that game called? Crap. The South Park game. I've been looking forward to it for the last year. I think year about when they announced it. I don't know. It was what's it called? South Park Fractured But Whole, which I think is a funny name.
Yeah.
But like that's been delayed again, and now I'm just sitting here going, really? Like, come on, why do you got to keep delaying this? It seems like such a. Cause I played a little bit of this other South Park game, like enough to the point where I got to a point where I made such a bad decision that it was like, all right, I can't progress any further. But the South Park game was like that game was very, very fun. So if they can like fix a lot of the things that they did wrong, which weren't a lot, then the next South Park game will be extremely fun.
Yeah, I mean, I own Stick of Truth. I have never even installed it though.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I got it on the Xbox 360, but I regret that decision now. But looking back, I wish I went to PC completely. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so have you I don't know. I got nothing. I'm out on that. I had something. I just don't remember exactly what it was. Because like there's a lot of games like right now I'm thinking of that like are coming out that I'm pretty excited for. Like Mass Effect Andromeda is coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fun. I think
Hopefully.
the new Spider-Man comes out. The Spider-Man game comes out this year, which
Who
looks awesome.
who's
That's for the
making it?
PS4. Huh?
Who's making it?
Insomniac. The people who
Okay.
made Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
So that'll be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you ever play Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor?
No, I think I wonder if I think I have it on my Steam library. If I don't, I've wanted to get it. No, I don't have it. Um, I wanted. I heard that was basically like essentially it was an Assassin's Creed ripoff. Like that's where it played like that at least.
It did play very similar to that, but it is very easy, like to play through this game because the further you get in the game, like yeah, the enemies get harder, but you can scale like so hard with like better combos and such that like you can literally just take out entire hordes without being hit and like get 6 or 7 like specials off before like the horde's dead. And it kind of just got like it was like a mix between like Assassin's Creed and Batman Arkham City, I would say.
It's cool. Again, I might get it. Actually, I think they're trying to make another Batman game, by the way, which they said they weren't ever gonna. I thought they said they weren't gonna make another Batman game, but whatever.
Who knows?
Which I was kind of stunned when they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make another Batman." I'm like, "You guys said you weren't, but okay, whatever you want to do." I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got. I can't think of anything else. Like I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how long? We've gone like 25 minutes. I feel
Have
like
we?
if we can do like 5 more minutes, we'll probably be good.
All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna go to your Steam profile.
You gonna go to my Steam profile, see what games you could talk about, just because we ran out of things to talk about.
Yep.
Wow, this is how low we've hit, boys.
You have
This is
more
the
games
lowest
than
we've
me.
hit. Huh?
You have more games than me on Steam.
Yeah. Whenever the Steam sale comes out, I just basically spend way too much money. I don't know why.
Oh, you've played Civ 5 a lot.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it says I have like 200 hours in that game, and I don't have 200 hours in that game. There's
You
no
have
way.
108. That's what it's saying on my screen.
Oh, when I looked at it one day, it said like 200 something, and I was like, yeah, right. There's no way I have that many hours in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there might be a chance, but I didn't think I played it that much.
I mean, you played it a decent amount.
Well, yeah, still but that's because I get so like. So I think I was playing as Napoleon for a while, and like everyone just hates him. Like it's in that game, everyone just hates that dude. Like no matter what you do, everyone just goes, nope, forget it, you're done. Like we're gonna just go after you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I mean, I love playing that game multiplayer, like 1v1s.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the multiplayer. So the problem I have with the multiplayer in like any strategy game is that people like. How do I put this? People are just such dicks when they play those kind of games.
I don't play like online with like random people. I play with like my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you played with like random people, and I was gonna say like people are just dicks when they play that game because
Yeah.
they'll just like attack you out of nowhere, and they'll be like, oh, well, might as well just go after them and see what happens. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. If you had to guess which game you had the most hours on without looking in your Steam library, what do you think it is?
I don't know. Oh, it would probably be Gmod, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why. First off, so I just opened this because I was curious as to how many hours. 447 hours. Okay, there's absolutely no way I have that many hours. There's no way. I've not played it that many hours. How many days is that?
447?
Yeah, that's a lot of days, I would assume. All right, so hold on. I can figure it out, I think.
That's like over a week.
So it's like, whatever. I probably did the math wrong. It says 18, but whatever. 18 days or something.
What is Day of Defeat?
Day of Defeat's just a terrible, terrible game. I don't even know why I bought it.
Why
I
do you
hate it.
have 288 hours logged?
Wait, on Day of Defeat?
Yeah, it says 288.
There's no way. I never played that game for. So I played that game at most like an hour and said, "This is terrible. I'll never play it again," and then just stopped playing.
You don't have any of the achievements, but it says 288 hours.
So I purchased it on 7/17/2013. I haven't played the game probably since that point. There's no way I have that many hours. Absolutely no way. I call BS.
You have only fired 34 shots.
Yeah, so there's no unless I was completely terrible and brain dead.
You
There's
hit
absolutely
2 of
no
them.
way I played this game for that long. How many hours do I have a lot of these games? All right, 30 minutes on Company Heroes 2 makes sense. 77 hours on Global Offense, Global Offensive. I would agree with that. 11 hours on Counter-Strike Source, maybe a little bit more. Back in high school, I played a lot. I'm just trying to think of games I would definitely play a lot. 2 hours on Arma 2. That was probably because that probably counted towards DayZ. About close enough to it. 4 hours on Arma 3. I have not played Arma 3 for 4 hours. I played it for an hour. Unless I was in a load time for that long and walked away.
Rip.
Okay. 41 minutes on Battlefield 1, okay. I've played definitely more than 8 hours on Modern Warfare. Before the remaster. I've played definitely more than 20 minutes on Modern Warfare 2. World of War, 100 hours on World of War. Okay, that is bullcrap. I have not played I've played way less than 100 hours on Call of Duty World at War. Let's see, what other games are there? What can I figure out? Just maybe like what game have I played? Deus Ex Human Revolution, 74 minutes. That is bullcrap. Dota 2, 18 minutes is crap because I played that barely. I didn't even play one game. I walked an inch and then said I hate this game and stopped playing. Duke Nukem Forever, 25 minutes. Apparently, I don't think I did. Fallout. All right, so the first Fallout game, it says I played 36 minutes. I played a minute and not even a minute because it wouldn't launch for whatever reason. Let's see. Skyrim I've played definitely more than 2 hours. Or no, actually 2 hours sounds right. That would make sense because on the PC I didn't play much. 67 minutes of Far Cry 3, and I probably don't have any achievements for it. I would assume. I don't think I played Far Cry 3 that much. 10 minutes of Ghostbusters makes complete sense. 45 hours for GTA 4, definitely not. H1Z1, I agree with that. Let's see. I'm just trying to find 27 hours of Half-Life 2. Actually, let's check. Yeah, I don't agree with any of those. Alright, so... Does it count if the game is just installed on my PC?
No.
Alright then, I don't know what this game's talking about.
Yeah. I mean, most of mine seem pretty accurate.
I mean, mine don't. Fuck this game.
Mine
I don't
Counter-Strike
think accurate at all.
Go 250, Binding of Isaac Rebirth 233, Team Fortress 2 154, Terraria 131, Civ 3 123. Actually, that is not accurate because I've definitely played Civ 5 way more times than Civ 3. Regular Binding of Isaac 88, Mountain Blade Fire and Sword 87, yeah.
102 minutes of Battlefront 2. I would agree with that. I love that game for whatever reason, even when you can't play with anyone. Okay, So Rainbow Six Siege, I says I played 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That might be right, but I have a feeling it's not. There's some part of me that says it's not. Witcher 1 and 2. I might play the Witcher games over the weekend, or like this. No, not this because this weekend's pretty much over. But next weekend I might just sit there and just binge it completely. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh, Sims 3. How many hours? 43 minutes. I gotta really get on the Sims grind. Dude, I gotta make a series on my channel called The Sims.
I really want Battlefield, the new one.
Which one? Battlefield? Oh, Battlefield 1?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see how many hours of that I've played. Because on PC, that game's a masterpiece. 10 hours. Yep, I would agree with that.
That's not in Steam, is it?
No.
What is it through?
It's on Origin. See, I would agree with all of these. On Origin, I would completely agree with all of these.
Mm-hmm.
Origin knows what it's doing. All right, yeah. I think that's all I got, man. But I'm surprised by a lot of these games. There's absolutely no way. Like, I just don't get. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. Just a lot of these games don't make sense. A lot of this doesn't make sense. I don't know how I played this many games like that for that long.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm thinking we should just end it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we did the best we could.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for tuning into the GNL show with Derd and Sam. We will see you next week. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Check out our YouTube page and our Twitch as well. I think I covered everything there.
Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you liked it or whatever. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Bye.